Hi, good morning, and welcome back to Create, Share, Inspire podcast. This is episode 877. I'm Kristin Omdahl, and we're here live in Southwest Florida at the beach. This is the gorgeous Gulf of Mexico behind me. If you are joining me live, please say hello. Please let me know if you're crafting. Please let me know if you have questions for me. If I can answer them live, I will. If I can't, well, then we'll figure out something. Hi, Naomi. Happy Monday, everybody. Hi, Lisa. Good morning. Hi, Steffi and Leona, Pamela, Thea, Carrie. I'm reading without glasses so far. Let's see how long this lasts. Hi, Melanie. Hi, Suzanne. Thank you, Lisa. This is my Airy bucket hat in Be So Airy yarn. It's a one ball project in Be So Airy yarn. I'm wearing color strawberry because I thought it matched my cute little sundress well. Hi, Rita, and good morning, Grace, Judy, Carrie, Mickey, Mariana, Marcia. Good morning, everybody. Hi, Karen and Sharon, Judy, Marcia, Jill. Good morning, everybody. I'm wearing a dress from my Amazon shop. I don't really wear it as a dress. I wear it more as a beach cover-up, and that's simply because of the straps. I feel like it's very difficult for me to, I can't wear a bra underneath this without seeing the bra straps, and unless I wore a, strapless, strapless bra. But it dips down a little bit in the back too because I like wearing the straps long. The straps are adjustable on it, so you could adjust it to wear a strapless bra, or you could wear a tank top underneath it, whatever. And it has side pockets, which are not the bad kind. They don't seem to add a whole lot of bulk to your sides. But what I really love about the dress is the hem down here. I think the hem is so cute. Also, it's something that requires ironing, which is another reason why I don't wear it as a dress. I feel like I can get away with wearing it wrinkled when I wear it as a beach cover-up because I'm not big on ironing. But if you're okay with ironing, you just need to iron this dress when you pull it out of the washer or dryer. And it is super cute. I love the print. I love the colors. But yeah, for me, I feel like when I can wear a bathing suit top underneath it, I can go a little more casual and avoid the, ironing. But I have ironed it to wear it as a dress also. But I think it's really fun to be able to give you like real life details in reviews. It's stuff that you wouldn't find out. But by the way, this is it unironed. So if this is the amount of wrinkles that don't bother you, I just think it's good to know all of the nitty-gritty details of something. So this is the unironed, wrinkled version, which, like I said, I don't think it's that bad. If I was going somewhere nice and wearing it, or going to a nice restaurant for lunch or something, yes, I would iron it. But for anything else, I don't feel like these wrinkles are that bad. Hopefully you know what I mean. And it's super cute. It's super light. Very easy to wear, great on hot days. The pockets fit your phone, which is nice, your phone and your keys. See, that's what I mean, Lisa. The wrinkles are kind of like in between. Are they so bad that you can't wear it? Not really. Are they bad enough that you should iron it if you went somewhere nice? Yes, probably. But for going to the beach or going to the grocery store, no, it's not worth ironing for me. So, especially since once you sit down, it's going to wrinkle a little bit anyway. So I just wanted wrinkle release. Okay, I've not heard of that before. Thanks, Lisa. Yeah, so I just wanted to give you all the nitty-gritty details of the dress, and because it has this really cute pink in the turquoise print, that's why I decided to wear the hat. Valerie says she can't see the wrinkles either. Yeah, that's why I wanted to point it out, because they're like in between wrinkles. They're really not that bad. It did not shrink on me. Nope, nor I did not notice that it shrank. I also do not wash with hot water though. I really have I mean, I get those questions a lot from people, and I hear a lot of people talk about their clothes shrinking when they wash them. I never have that issue, and I don't know if it's because of the way I wash or not, but I do not use hot water, and I avoid the dryer sometimes, and sometimes I don't. But either way, my clothes don't shrink. I don't know why. Yeah, I think the hat looks cute with the dress too. I could have worn the brown one as well, but I just thought anytime you can pull out colors in a print, I think it's more exciting. Plus, I matched my lipstick. I love an excuse to wear hot pink lipstick, you know that. Anyway, happy Monday, everybody. Hopefully you had a great weekend. I have, what do I have to tell you about today? Well, we have a new giveaway this week. If you haven't already done so, you can leave a comment on, I believe it's episode 875, which is the giveaway episode last week. If you leave one comment there, one comment per person, you are entered to win a personalized autographed copy of 24 crochet hats. I will be announcing the winner this Thursday, but if you haven't already entered to win, this is a really wonderful resource book. You could say, okay, yeah, it's 24 hats, big deal. It really is more than that though. First of all, it's charts for all of the hats, and multiple charts for the hats, and they are sized hats. Many of them are sized in 5 sizes. The size range depends on the construction style of the hat and the repeat and the gauge, and you know, when it fit, I made 5 sizes. What I was trying to do is have size options from newborn through adult large man, and so there is a size range for each hat. It's inclusive to everybody, whether you're making hats for babies, kids, women, men. You can make hats for anybody in this book, and so it really is a wonderful resource. And if you want to skip the crowns, any of these could be cowls. You could make them at a different gauge and just do the working in the round portion of the hat and skip the crown, and you could actually turn any of these patterns into cowls as well. So once you've got those stitch patterns, you've got the charts with the stitch patterns. A lot of the patterns tell you what the multiple is for the repeat. So if you wanted to make them bigger, you even could. There's information in the front of the book on how to even modify patterns. So if you did want to make other sizes, then what's there. For example, let's say the size range does not include the size that you're wanting to make. You can still manipulate your gauge as well. You can go up in hook size, down in hook size to increase or decrease your gauge to create even more sizes in between the sizes that are written in the pattern. So it is a really, really, what would I say, hardy? It's a great resource tool because there's so much more information than just hat patterns in there. You really could learn a lot in this book. So if you don't already have it, you can find it on Amazon all over the world. You can find it in paperback form on my website where I can autograph and personalize the books. And also it's available as an ebook on my website too. So if physical books aren't your thing, you can get a discount by ordering the ebook as well. Does anybody have any questions about that? That's this week's giveaway. You need to enter on episode 875, and this Thursday I will randomly choose one winner from the comments, one comment per person. And the giveaway is available to anyone around the world, just like always. I follow Piz. Suzanne, everybody has their own personal tension. When you're reading the gauge on a pattern, it is based on whoever designed the pattern's gauge, and we are all unique. So once you know that you're a tight crocheter, you can take that information and apply it to patterns. I know people that crochet much looser than me, or much tighter or loose. Anyway, if you know that you're tighter or looser than a particular designer, then you know that that suggested hook size is really only a suggestion, and that you know, oh, when I make patterns from this designer, I know I need to adjust my hook size to get gauge. That's okay. It doesn't make you a bad crocheter. It makes you unique to you. And once you understand how your gauge compares to others, it's a great learning experience. It's a great teaching or learning experience for you. And keep in mind, every designer has a unique tension, just like every crocheter and knitter has a unique tension. So In fact, I know designers that intentionally don't put their hook size on their patterns. They only put their gauge to amplify the point that whatever size hook or needles I use as a designer is completely irrelevant to what size you may need as a unique crafter yourself. And so, where's I going with this? I started listening to the waves. It's like, wow, that sounded really nice. Anyway, there is absolutely nothing wrong with having a different gauge than what a pattern calls for. There is nothing wrong with using a different size hook or needles than what a pattern calls for. It is just a suggested size based on what the actual stitcher used, whether it was the designer or sample maker, whatever. I know some designers use sample makers too. I don't. I make all my samples myself. But it is a suggestion. It is not carved in stone. Does everybody understand that? Does anybody have any more questions? This is really an important lesson. So if you don't understand, please ask me more information, because I'd be more than happy to talk about this further, because it is something that you don't necessarily learn straight out. It's something that you learn over time from trial and error, right? Good, I'm glad it makes sense, Suzanne. Yeah, it is totally fine, totally normal, and the sooner you learn this, the better experience you're going to have in following patterns. Simple. It is just a suggestion. The gauge is not a suggestion. The hook size or needle size to get the gauge is just a suggestion. The gauge is important. If you want things to fit, the gauge is absolutely important. But how you get that gauge is completely up to you. Would I consider myself a tight or loose knitter? No, I would consider myself perfect for me, right? I mean, it's irrelevant, right? Yep, combination of stitches can be different. Your mood, your stress level, your own personal tension can change based on your stress level, your tension, where your mind is, what's going on in your life, whether you're in a rush or taking your time. It's very personal. Tension and gauge are very personal. Hi Luna, good morning. But to say whether I'm a tight or loose knitter or crocheter, that's irrelevant compared to who, right? Compared to this person, compared to that person. Of course I'm going to be tighter than some people and I'm going to be looser than others, but so are you. So are you. So for me to say I'm a tight knitter or crocheter is going to maybe help some people, but it's going to also confuse others. So making your gauge swatch is incredibly important. Making a gauge swatch is super important if you want a couple of things: your item to fit, and if you want your yardage to be the same as what the pattern called for. Right? So let's say a pattern says you're going to use, let's say you've got a 325 gram ball of yarn. Let's say Be So Sporty, for example, and the pattern uses the entire ball based on a person's gauge. My gauge, let's say I'm the designer of a scarf that uses one ball of Be So Sporty yarn, 325 yards. Based on my gauge, it uses the whole ball. Let's say you're a super tight crocheter and you didn't get gauge and your piece is coming out small. If you're crocheting tightly, you will need more yarn to finish it. If you're crocheting loosely, you will need less yarn to use it. And it's all variable. And so if it's important to you to not have to dip into a second ball of yarn, your gauge becomes important again, because it's based on all of those variables in combination that made one ball of yarn make that size scarf. Now, if you don't care, my scarf may turn out smaller, my scarf may turn out bigger, I don't care. I'm just going to crochet till it ends. That's fine too, unless there's a specific edging and there's a specific stitch pattern and you want it to look exactly like it does in the designer's photos, then you want to use the exact number of yarn, you don't want to have to buy extra yarn, then it becomes important again. Thank you everybody who's been commenting on my hat. This is my Airy Bucket hat, which is a wonderful and simple pattern in Be So Airy yarn. I used color strawberry for this version. You can find the pattern on my website, and you can find a video tutorial for it here on my YouTube channel as well. The pattern comes with charts. It is super easy. Also, I did not size this hat pattern, and I have had a question about sizing the pattern. Super easy. If you already have 24 crochet hats, you have information on how to do this. I also have charts on my website about how to do this, but if you're wanting to size a hat, any hat pattern, you simply want to make the crown large enough so that the circumference and the circumference of that final circle of the flat crown is the circumference that you want your hat to be. So this hat, I'm gonna mess up my hair doing this, but let's see how many, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's say this hat has 6 rounds for the crown. Let's say you want to make it smaller. You measure across that diameter of your flat crown. That diameter times pi, 3.14, will give you the dimension that you want for your circumference. So this hat ended up being just shy of 6.5 inches across the diameter of that last round, which times 3.14 or pi gave me a 20-inch circumference hat, which is what I wanted. You want a smaller hat? Work less rounds of the crown. Measure across, whatever that dimension is, the diameter is, times 3.14 will be your circumference. I have designed the hat to have the right stitch multiple. No matter which round you end here, this lace stitch pattern will work. So it is very, among patterns, this happens to be very easy to modify in that respect, because the stitch pattern will work multiple wise with whichever round you end on. And if you wanted to make this bigger, you could work more in the established pattern of the crown. And if you wanted the hat to be smaller, you would work less rounds here. And depending on what specific size you're going for, head circumference, it would be whatever head circumference you're looking for divided by 3.14 or pi will give you the diameter that you're wanting to achieve in that crown. Once you get that diameter, then you continue on to the other sections of the hat for the brim, or for the walls, and then I increase that stitch count by 50% to make the flare for a bucket hat, which is less than what you do for a sun hat. A sun hat has a brim that goes straight out. That's more of a 100% increase, but to do this flare, it's a 50% increase. And all of that's written out in the pattern. You don't have to figure that on this one. But if this is something that appeals to you, let's say you found a beanie pattern, you're like, I'd love to make that into a bucket hat. All you need to do is increase whatever the stitch count is here, you increase it by 50% to get the flare. So, good little tips if you're looking to modify patterns to make them into bucket hats. Bucket hats are super trendy right now, and good reason. They're so easy and so versatile and so functional. I love wearing mine. Does anybody have any other questions? Oh, I forgot to tell you, I have a new pattern coming out today. As soon as I get back to my studio, I will be releasing this pattern. I have the knit washcloth in Be So Scrubby yarn. It could be a dishcloth, washcloth. It has an offset bobble stitch pattern and a super fun construction. You start by casting on 5 stitches here, then you work in increases up to this widest point here in pattern, and then you decrease back down to 5 stitches here and then bind off. Isn't that great? So you could actually make this as large or small as you want. You start with 5 stitches, you increase out to whatever you want your widest point to be, and then you decrease back down to 5 stitches, all while maintaining this offset bobble stitch pattern. Aren't the bobbles gorgeous? Here's the other side of the fabric. And so what's cool is that it turns out being a square, but you actually knit it on the diagonal like a diamond. Super cute, right? And so this pattern plus charts, and the entire project is charted. I chart the entire project, corner to corner. Yeah, diagonal, on the bias, corner to corner, however you want to describe it. It looks pretty in the square way as well. Super pretty, super fun. And that pattern with charts will be available later today, and I'll have a tutorial out sooner than later. I don't have, I don't know which patterns I'm going to make tutorials for first. I've got a bunch on the, what do you call it? The imminent to-do list at the very top of the to-do list. There's quite a few that need tutorial videos right now, so we'll see what makes sense. But this pattern with charts is very straightforward. It tells you everything you'll need to know on the pattern. If you're on my mailing list, you'll be first to know when it comes out today. If not, you can check my website. It'll be under knitting patterns, and it will be out today. I don't know what time, but it will. Does anybody have any other questions? Yes, the waves are lovely today. If you follow me on Facebook or Instagram, you would have seen that I shared an amazing sunset here last night. In fact, I think I can share it here on YouTube in shorts. I will, because it was an absolutely amazing sunset. It was very overcast and stormy all day. The sun came out, lit up the sky like it was liquid gold. In the video, it's amazing. I was speechless. I was like, I can't believe I'm here for this. It was just completely gold here last night. The water was gold, the sky was gold, the sun was gold. It was magical, and if I can share it here on YouTube, I will. YouTube, I'm having a hard time figuring out how to share the shorts, which are the 30-second and under videos. They're like trying, I guess YouTube's trying to compete with TikTok and Instagram Reels. But I will figure it out. I have shared a couple of short videos there. If I can, I will share the sunset there today as well. It was just magical, and I couldn't believe the colors, and I'd love to share it with you if I can. What else do I have? I think that's it. I guess that's it. That's all I had to share today. Does anybody have any other questions? Could show you the beach a little more too. So here's the beach to the south of us. And, whoops, I didn't turn the camera around. What size is the dress I'm wearing? I'm pretty sure, I can't remember if I bought large or extra large, Nora. I'll have to look and get back to you. I either bought the large or I'm pretty sure I bought the extra large, but I just don't remember. And there's the beach to the north of us. I should show you my view too, because it is pretty cute. So this is what I'm looking at while we're talking. Not too shabby either, right? I'm in this nice little cubby right here. There's the walkway that takes you back to the car. So cute. It's such a pretty place. Yeah, I can't remember, Nora. It should say when you go to the Amazon page, I'm pretty sure that I share by size when I share what I've bought on Amazon. When you go to my Amazon shop and look at the dress, it should tell you. If the tag's right here, maybe I can show you. Can anybody read this? Can you read that? It's probably upside down. Did that work? Or did I do it? Or did I botch that completely? Or could you read it? What did it say? I'm wearing a bathing suit too. I suppose I could take it down and look. Let's see. It's an extra large. Oh, I'm so sweaty. Can barely turn the fabric. You know when you get hot and sweaty and the fabric is stuck to your skin? Couldn't turn it. Yeah, I'm wearing the extra large. So hopefully that helps. And I didn't want this to be tight at all. This is, no, it didn't help. Well, I took it down and looked, so it's an extra large. You're welcome, my pleasure. All right, well, thank you all so much for taking time out of your busy day to spend a few minutes here with me. I hope you enjoyed the beach, the sunrise, chatting with me and everyone else. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. Have a wonderful day, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next episode of Create, Share, Inspire podcast. Bye-bye.